What's going on YouTube? OCD for EDC here, and what I got for your face balls today is my EDC part 2. So I put up a video the other day that showed a few little items that I carry with me every single day, and immediately I started getting emails and messages, people asking me, oh, don't you carry a light and this and that and the other thing. So I figured I better get this out fairly quick. That was just a portion of my EDC, and it did say that in the description. That was part 1 of my EDC. But here we're going to go over a few other things. Just real quick off the top, these are not things that we're going to go over. However, today's carry was the Hogue RSK and a Hank by Mrs. J. Cool. She was cool enough to put my channel name on there, which is really awesome. And I also was carrying the Civivi McKenna today. So those were today's carry. But we're not here to talk about knives. We're here to talk about some different items. So we're going to start out right off the bat here and talk about this. So for those that don't know, and it's going to be really hard to tell, there is a logo right there. This is called a Pokka Pen. And it's a simple, like, I don't know what they cost, $2-3, something like that. So got a couple little O-rings here, and it just snaps together. So really small, just to put it into perspective. There it is against my SAC 580. So really small item, weighs next to nothing. I actually do have a scale right here, so I can show you that it weighs literally nothing. We're going to have to turn this to grams. Yeah, there you go, 6.5 grams. So very lightweight. Comes in all sorts of different colors, configurations. They do make a pocket clip attachment for this that just snaps over it. I just drop it in my pocket. But when you post the cap up, it becomes a full-size pen. Now, I'm left-handed, but, you know, it's a disposable pen. You can replace the ink cartridges. It is just a nothing special, just kind of rollerball ballpoint pen. This one happens to be black ink. I don't know if they come in, if you can get different ink colors. You probably can, but I will throw links up in the description where you can find these. Like I said, they do have all sorts of different colors, and the I'm not sure what the paint is or whatever. It kind of looks like a hydro dip graphic on there, but it's held up pretty well. This one I've been carrying for quite some time. So there you go. Pokka Pen every single day. Comes in handy. So definitely the pen is a good deal. All right. For my EDC flashlight, I have been carrying this light right here. This is the Olight S1R Baton 2, and this is the, I can't remember what color they call this, earth brown or something. I don't remember. I personally do not. I also just throw this in my pocket. I don't use the pocket clip for my pocket. However, I do clip this to the bill of my hat a lot. This is something I use pretty much every single day at work. For my job, flashlights, I have one on me at all times. So this is the one that I've been carrying recently. I don't know, probably for like the last 4 or 5 months or so. This is the exact light that has been in my pocket. You know, I wish it had a different, a little warmer light. But other than that, I think it's a good light. You know, certainly it's held up well. The finish is held up well. I mean, you can see some scratching and stuff around some edges. But this just gets thrown into my pocket with, you know, other items. So it's held up well. And I've had a few. I had the original S1R Baton, a black one. It held up well. I still have it, actually. Yeah, so that's my EDC flashlight. And basically, the reason I choose this one is just purely for the size. The battery lasts long enough for a full day of work, which is what I'm after. There are some days that I'll, you know, come very close to killing the battery, but yeah, it's always held up well and done a good job. And Phoenix also makes another light that's almost the exact same size. Personally, I like the magnetic base and I like the side switch. I know a lot of people like tail switches. I personally like having the side switch, and the functionality is good. It's a real easy UI. I'm not going to get into all the features and stuff. I'm sure most people out there know what an Olight S1 Baton R is, or Baton 2, I mean. So we got those two items, and then we've got let's do this first. This right here. This is another item that I carry with me every single day. And for those that aren't familiar with this brand, these are the Jabra Elite 65 Pro or Active or something. Elite 65 Active. Elite 65T Active, as a matter of fact. So, anyway, these are wireless earbuds. And the Jabras I like a lot. These active ones come with a little bit different silicone tip. Of course, they come with, like 4 or 5 different sizes of silicone tips. But battery life on these is extremely good. I only have one negative thing to say about the Jabras, and it is that if you're going to use one earbud, you only can use the right one. That's the only negative thing. Otherwise, battery life on these is really great. I think you get about 6 hours on the buds themselves, and then you get like up to 4 more charges from the charging case. One of the really cool things about the Jabra, they're one of the only earbuds that I know of anyway. I'm sure there's others out there, but these can be connected to multiple devices. So like I can have these connected to my laptop as well as my phone. So I can be doing whatever on my laptop, watching videos or whatever, and receive a phone call, and it'll come right to this. And that's the other thing about these phone quality, sound quality. By far and away the best ones that I have found. I've tried the AirPods. I've tried several different versions. I personally am just not a huge fan of the AirPods and the way they fit. And I don't really care for the way they look. That white thing hanging out of your head. These things fit really well in your ear. And honestly, most of the time when I'm talking on the phone, people don't even know I have this in my head, and they look at me funny because they think I'm talking to myself. But anyway, just to give you an idea of what this weighs. So 54 grams, and in comparison to the flashlight, you can see it's fairly small. Thickness wise, about the same thickness. So I think I don't have a whole lot of measure. Well, actually I do. I have a little tape measure here. So you're looking at 2 3/8 long, and roughly about 1 3/4 inches in height, and about 1 inch in thickness this way. So still something very easy that you can just drop in your pocket, and that's something that I carry on me every single day. My job requires me to take a lot of phone calls, and so yeah, the Jabra Elite 65T Active. Now Jabra did come out with a brand new version called the 75T. I was hoping that they were going to upgrade it to where you could use right or left. They did not, so I'm still rocking the older version. But again, I'll throw links up in the description to all of these items. And then we're going to get down to one of the last, or actually, before I do that, I also have an Apple Watch. This is a Series 4 Apple Watch with a Groove Life band. And this happens to be the Cryptic, I think is what it's called, pattern. And I can't remember, some type of gray band. Anyway, the Groove Life band is really fantastic. It's got these grooves on the inside to keep your wrist from sweating really bad. So that's another thing that I EDC. and then the Groove Life ring. So it's the only piece of jewelry that I wear, and you can see I've been wearing it all day. I just took it off. The grooves on the inside of here absolutely do work as advertised. I don't know on that white if you can even see them. They're pretty hard to see, I guess. But there's little air channels to keep your finger from sweating. Groove Life, I can't say enough good things. Not only is it a great product, but the company has been fantastic to work with. And yeah, so my Apple Watch with a Groove Life band, Groove Life wedding ring. So that stuff's on me on the daily. All right, now we're going to get into the last thing on the item, or on the in the pockets here, and this is my wallet. So, wallets are a big thing. Tons of people, there's all sorts of minimalist wallets and this and that, and most of them are literally, whether they're titanium or they're leather or carbon fiber or whatever, they've got some sort of elastic band that holds two things together. And like the Travex and the Ridge, and there's all these different ones out there. I personally am not a fan of any of those. I've tried several of them. I've reviewed several of them. Not that I've put on this particular YouTube channel, but yeah. So this one right here, when I got the opportunity to carry this wallet, I have never stopped. And this has been by far and away my favorite wallet. Now, I have taken all of my items out of here in the interest of privacy and what have you. But let me just tell you what I carry on a normal basis. So we got 4, 6. So on an everyday basis, I carry 11 cards in this wallet right here. And I'm going to show you how this thing works and what makes it really cool. In the way that I carry it, with the items that I have in there, it is 5/8 of an inch thick. So that's pretty thin in my book. Is it the slimmest wallet ever? No. But I love the functionality. It's really lightweight. So you can see here, now it's not completely, I do have some cards and stuff in here. But you can see it's basically 3.5 inches by 2.5 or 2 5/8, something like that. And like I said, with the way I carry it, I measured it before I pulled all my stuff out. It's 5/8 of an inch thick. So this is the Secrid wallet, and these things come from, I'm pretty sure it's the Netherlands. I think, but I might be wrong on that. They come in many, many, many different colors and configurations. You can get it with 2 of these card holders. This piece right here is aluminum, and it is affixed into the wallet. So you can unfold it like this, but it is attached. You can't remove it. They have lots of different versions and all sorts of different configurations. You can get it, like I said, with 2 of these card holders, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So it does have a cash holder, which right now I'm using a receipt to show how the cash holder works. This is one thing that I thought was kind of weird when I first got the wallet. So let me get the receipt out of the way. The cash holder is this piece of plastic, and it's folded up just like this. Now, I don't carry a lot of cash. Everything I do today is with a card, so it doesn't really come into play that much. I do use this for business cards. I just have business cards stuck right here, and then I do use it for cash from time to time. But the way that it works for cash, and like I said, I'm going to just use this receipt. You can see here, this receipt it's actually a little larger than a bill, but not a ton. So if you fold the bill in half and then put it just like so, then when you fold the wallet up, it just gets wrapped around like this. And it works extremely well. Now, if you have multiple bills in there, you can thumb through them right here, and then you can just slide out the one you want, or several bills. So it does actually work quite well, although when I first looked at it, I didn't think that it would. Um, and then you've got two pockets right here, one of which I carry 4 cards in, and the other one I think I had 6 cards in. So these are just hotel keys, and you can see that you can put, however many cards you want in there. The one thing I will tell you is, you can see right here that I've cut this leather. This section right here did come right out to that corner. The problem with that was, when you try to get cards out of here, it would roll over the corners and make it difficult to pull out. So I trimmed a little bit of leather there just to make it a little easier to get the cards in and out. So you've got those two pockets, but kind of the claim to fame on this wallet is the actual card holder itself. So for all the cards that I use on a normal basis, they go down into this section right here. Actually, you can see right there it says Made in Holland. So right now, let's see, I've got 7 hotel room keys, and they fit in there. Well, I thought that, yeah, maybe. Actually, I think let's try 6. That's what I carry in there is 6. Yeah, okay, 6. Sorry. So you can see there, I've got 6 cards in there, and on the bottom here, you've got this little switch, and if I pull the switch this way, like that, it fans the cards out like so. So I'll show you again, just like that. And so the card that's on the bottom side comes out the furthest, but you can see you can get to each one of your cards very easily. They slide down in there. Now there's not individual grooves for each of the cards, and you can see, I don't know if you can really see, but there's a little piece of silver spring steel in there. That's what's keeping tension this way. The cards, my cards, these hotel keys might be a little smaller. My cards don't ever slide out of there or anything like that. The retention on it is very, very good. So anyway, that's how that works. And I can't say enough good things about this wallet. I really enjoy it. It's been fantastic. And like I said, I've tried out a whole bunch of different wallets, none of which I was real happy with. A lot of them had elastic on it, which is just going to wear out. So by far and away, my favorite wallet is the Secrid wallet. So anyway, guys, that kind of does it for my EDC items. There are a couple other things that I carry on the daily basis that are really just revolved around my work and my specific job. And, I guess if you guys want to see those items, I can certainly show them at some point. But for my daily EDC, the stuff that I showed in the part 1 video, and then this stuff right here, this makes up about all of it. And then, of course, pocket knives. But these change constantly. So, the Hank is something that, I've been carrying a Hank now for, I don't know, a little over a year, maybe a little more. And I find tons of uses for it, whether it's cleaning my sunglasses off. I personally don't wear prescription glasses, but cleaning my sunglasses, cleaning my knives, whatever. I cut myself, I'm not blowing my nose in this thing, but yeah, it comes in handy to have a Hank. So that's it, guys. Like I said, there'll be links up in the description for all of these items. And if you use any of those links, I greatly appreciate it. It helps support my channel, or at least the affiliate links do. I don't know 100% that there's going to be affiliate links for all these things, but I'll look and see. If you have any questions about any of these items, just hit me up. Like I said, every one of these things comes highly recommended. I've tested a lot of gear out there, and this is my favorite setup here. Can you find a better pen? Absolutely. Can you find a better pen for $3 that you don't really care if you lose? I don't know. I think this one's pretty solid and pretty good, and there's no risk of the ink coming out in your pocket. You know, the headphones, are there other better ones? Probably. The Jabras, for me, if you're looking for call quality, you can't get better than this. I promise you. The microphones on these are absolutely stellar. So call quality, these Jabras are phenomenal. Flashlight, like I said, you know, there's some other lights out there for battery life and for size and weight and stuff. The Olight S1R Baton 2, it's a great light, and I can't say enough good things about the Secrid wallet. And then, of course, for a silicone ring, Groove Life definitely has it going on. So, alright guys, that about wraps up my EDC. So, actually, I'll throw out there an open tag for it, all the other channels out there. Anybody wants to show off their EDC and kind of talk about the items and why they carry them and that sort of a thing, feel free to do it. I think it'd be cool to see if anybody, you know, what other people carry and why. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great day, and we will catch you next time.